Boom, 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 boom. And we're back with Harrowings in the Passing Show. I thought I'd take you all down the DuPont Circle Station Metro just for fun. I'm going up and down. I'm not going anywhere on the Metro. But I love to film the Passing Show at all its different paces. Poem around the edge says, thus in silence and dreams, projections returning, resuming, I thread my way through the hospitals, the hurt and wounded I pacify with soothing hand. I sit by the restless all the dark night. Some are so young, some suffer so much. I recall the experience, sweet and sad, that's from Walt Whitman, 1865, when this area was full of hospitals from the Civil War. And something to think about as we run into the war. We're going down into the lower stages of the metro system, which is a tunnel reaching all the way through and around from Silver Spring and up in Rockville. Red line runs, passes through Metro Center downtown DC. Only a couple of stops from here. And Passing Show brings you just who, what, when, and where in Washington, DC. At the moment, a little bit of primary documentation, potentially for historians of the future, but just for the sake of doing it. Paul K. back. Kiana's back. How are you? Where are you? Is the question of the day for all the time on the Passing Show for all our guests. Put it in the chat and we'll be in touch. Um, Paul, you're a regular. Kiana, I don't remember seeing you before, but there isn't a lot of excitement happening here beyond what presents itself to the lens, just ordinary life. And I think there's some value in documenting ordinary life. So that is what I do. It's a great joy to be here now, this point in history. I think I just heard a train come in. It's a red line going down towards Metro Center. That's in the direction of Glenmont. The other one is in the direction of Shady Grove. So here's what it is. See some folks coming up off the Metro now. I'm going to be going up myself. And that one goes to Silver Spring Forest, Glen Wheaton, and then finally Glenmont. And this one, new train coming in, DuPont Circle down to Shady Grove, through Rockville. Twinbrook, White Flint. We'll get around on the Metro. Going back up the escalators. Not sure which side. I think maybe center. I see a lot of people heading over away from center. I'd like to catch the people coming down as well as those going up. There's the coming down, folks. So one of the things about the Passing Show is it documents who, what, when, and where. Is everybody's got a biography. Everyone has an intense inner life, different levels of consciousness, different levels of awareness. So I counted the Walt Whitman poem of going around the top, reflecting on the war in Iran and the Middle East generally. And just man's inhumanity to man. We don't think of the consequences of our actions. There's the law of unintended consequences. There's the horror of war. And our species is so warlike still after all this time. For the better of angels of our nature may prevail. And I'm hoping that everyone will take it into their consciousness that people have the power. Every cent we spend is a vote for the kind of world we are co-creating. We are doing things, we are making things happen a day at a time. Left foot in front of right foot. We should be more attentive to these matters. That we're not is, well, largely because probably we don't know better. We haven't thought about it. We haven't taken into our consciousness that every action we take has an impact. Every word we speak goes out and it's recorded at some level, particularly when you're online. It's being etched into silicon, bits and bytes, zeros and ones, binary language. Think a lot about these things. Binary having come from Leibniz, among others. The realization that just because we have 10 fingers, we're in base 10 mathematics most of the time, but there are other spaces we could be using, and binary works just fine. And there is also the either or, but both and nature of things. I'm going to go back and read some Kierkegaard, either or. Again, taking in the passing show who, what, when, and where. In this neighborhood, it's relatively limited. Relatively. Life is what it is. Things are what they are. We are here now. And we have an opportunity to be the change we want to see in the world. Or not, as the case may be. Can't really help but be the change when I stop and think about it. Because everything is change, transience, in and out, up and down, dawn to dusk, and back again. Vehicles coming down the street here. The V-72 bus, a few people on board. V-70, also got a very few people. I rarely use the bus. I'm not sure I ever have, actually. No, I have. Had to use the bus one time to get back into Burtonsville because I had a car situation a long time ago. It is what it is. What else is new? I don't know. Certainly a lot of liquor in there. The windows of spirits and spice. Incredible. Here we come up on Dolcezza Gelato area. Let's get a book there. Ooh, I seem to have overwalked. I should have. Oh, well, we'll cut back along, see if the flowers are up down the way on our street. Can't get through that way. And they do have a lot of stuff. Coming up on teaism. And there are a few flowers up. Tiny little jonquils. Service annual animals are welcome at teaism. Ah, there are flowers. First daffodils of the season already up around here. These gardens are just tremendous. The tulips that are coming up now will be so abundant. I've got tons of photographs of those from years past. Haven't done a lot of passing shows here. Actually, I guess the passing show's only been running about a year or so on a regular basis. What else is here? We've got Madulamin and Seeking Signal Sync. Hey, yeah, HAL 9000. Thank you for that. Yeah, we are taking it in though. Biodiesel.org DC, reducing emissions. Here we are at the corner of 21st. Heading up to the house, looking up the street at the Embassy of Moldova. Look back. I've got some nice gardens over there too. And down the block towards the Phillips collection. Going up the block, I think we'll run past a few as well. Let's see how they're faring. One great thing about spring in DC, all the blooms. Climate action, war is not the answer. Friends live there, I suppose. We have hellebores up, a lot of them. There's something about the cycle of the seasons. Should all be grateful we're here now and getting an opportunity to participate in co-creating the world we're in. All could be coming to an end. We don't know. This fig is leaning up against a pine, and it's going to be budding out very soon. It'll produce a lot of figs. It always does. I don't tend to eat them, but somebody does, I think, or something. So coming up behind Bistro de Coin, a number of businesses along here as well, and 1730. This little house on the end is so cute. I don't know exactly when it was built, probably around the same time as our place. Colorama. We're crossing over here from sandy soil, subsoil's running down to the Potomac, floodplain, and we're heading across Florida Avenue to the rocky side. The downward slope out from Colorama, beautiful view. Greek. See traffic on Florida Avenue. And coming up on the bunker. And it's home. Under this castle-like building. 1, 2, 3, 4 floors above me. And a fifth, I think, on top. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 stories. Our tulips are coming in. Number of them. The rose is putting out its leaves. These have been trimmed back to the brink. This crepe myrtle, too, is being left this year, it looks like. Let's see if they decide to trim that back. Close my gate and make my way in. It's been a nice day and hobnobbing a bit with the staff at the Daily Provisions, where I'm going to join the front of the house soon, a week from today, and onward. Look at that. This rose is really putting out the leaves right now, soaking in the sugars I cannot imagine how many blooms it's likely to put out this year, but I expect a lot. Reaching all the way over, almost to the pipe. Gorgeous. What else is new? Okay. I'm in the hospital. Thought I missed your live show with the writer guest. I got admitted to the hospital before I get out. Ultrasound of the hematoma I got looks okay. Security cameras, though. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Seeking Signal Sync. I've done a number of lives recently, and they should be findable out there on the net. If you go to hb.gill on YouTube, they're all there. Everything I've done, including things I wish I hadn't done. But I don't mind. It's all documentation of who, what, when, and where. It's honest work, the work of the Harold B. Gill Foundation is Harrowings. And on it goes. Give you guys a heart and out here. Be the change.